out literally just as I've come downstairs, which has made me happy because there's a bit of a chill in the air. There's a nice little bit of sunshine. It's like autumn sunshine. It's like that really nice, like sunny winter's day kind of feeling. But yeah, hope you're all very well. Hope you all enjoyed the very first autumn themed vlog last week. I very much enjoyed it. I actually watched it back with James last night. I don't usually watch all of my videos back, but sometimes when it just makes me feel cozy and I've kind of been out and about, and I wanted to show James Jasper's first ever puppuccino experience. So yeah, we watched it back last night. But anyway, it is Saturday morning. I am very pleased it's the weekend. I have got my first cozy autumn knitwear outfit on of the season and I'm just loving it. It's the right temperature today and it makes me very happy. I think by this point, I think you would have seen my H&M knitwear haul. If you have, then this is the one that I was very unsure about in terms of like sizing up, because I got the extra small and I mentioned in the video that I wanted to get the small and see if that was any better. This is the small and it's so much better because the extra small came up to about here on my hands and I wanted some longer sleeves. So this is absolutely perfect and I've sent the extra small back. Now, I have had a special little delivery. Can anyone see? By the writing on the box. I have officially chosen a new paint colour for the Snug room and I'm incredibly excited about it. A few of you did say to me like, oh, don't paint the Snug, it's such a nice colour. I completely agree, it is such a nice colour. However, I want it to be more cosy. I feel like it could be so much cozier and I feel like because the room gets a lot of light and the kind of type of room that it is and the function of the room, I feel like it could take, I'm trying not to trip over Jasper, I feel like it could take a darker colour. So I'm just going to do it. I will still have that colour in the house because I have exactly the same colour in the study on the top half of the panelling. I don't know that it's going to show you, no it's not. It's not going to show you the colour on the outside. If I have a picture of it, like from the website, I'll take a little clip. But it's from Coat Paint, and the colour is called JoJo's Green. It's kind of like a special edition style sort of colour, because I think they have JoJo's Green. Hello, you wanting my attention? They have JoJo's Green, and then they also have like a JoJo's White, I think, and maybe something else. So I think it's like a special like collaboration or a special something that they do. But yeah, it's basically a darker green. It's kind of like a more earthy, earthy, slightly darker green. You love cardboard. I have never in my life met such a cardboard monster. Are you a cardboard monster? Yes, yes I am. So yeah, I think maybe tomorrow we're going to take the paint out and James is just going to do a little bit of a tester for me just on the wall. I mean, I have tested it on the wall, but but it's happened before where he's painted the whole room and then I've been like, oh, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. So I think he's really scared I'm going to do that again. So we're going to paint like a little bit of the wall tomorrow. Yeah, we will paint a little bit tomorrow and see how it looks and make sure we're happy with it. But yeah, good morning. I'm looking forward to having a nice weekend with you. I think I will potentially, I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about getting all of the autumn foliage out tomorrow and doing the bouquets. But we'll see how much time I've got, because we actually have some family. What are you doing? We actually have some family popping over for like kind of an early dinner tomorrow. But today I'm going back and forth in time, but today we have Fiona, we have Auntie Fiona coming round, and we are going to have a lovely, cozy, wholesome autumn day. So we're going to pop to the pub for some lunch, have a nice lunch, and then we have, she's actually helping me shoot a couple of bits for Instagram, which I'm very grateful for. Goodness me, that was a big yawn. And then we're going to go for a lovely walk, probably where I took Jasper last week. Maybe get like a nice hot drink from Costa on the way, and yeah, just have a nice, chilled, relaxed day because James is out in London today, isn't he? Daddy's gone to London. So yeah, that is the plans for today. We'll see what we end up doing. We're back home. It's the next day. I had such a lovely time yesterday. I didn't really end up filming anything, to be honest. But sometimes I think it shows that you had a really good time because you didn't take any photos, you didn't film anything, you just enjoyed the moment and you enjoyed the day that you had and you enjoyed the company that you had. So Fiona and I had such a lovely day. We had a really, really yummy lunch. We went for a gorgeous walk. We went and stopped in and got one of the new Costa maple hazel drinks. I got the maple hazel hot chocolate and honestly, it was so good. If you're a Ferrero Rocher fan, then you'll like it. It basically tasted like a Ferrero Rocher hot chocolate. I was so impressed. So yeah, we did that. We ended up having a really nice kind of cozy evening together, watched a bit of TV. We planned out our pumpkin picking day and our joint birthday day for this year. Went and got some pizzas and it was just really nice. We had such a nice time. So, plans for today, you know what's coming. We need to get decorating. I've just made myself a fresh cup of tea. This is my first cup of tea of the day in my new Matalan mug. I've got the beige version of this from last year, but I really like the orange version. They actually very kindly sent me like this adorable little hamper for Halloween / autumn. So I'll show you a few bits that came in there as we're decorating. This cup was in the hamper and hopefully you can see it says Hello Autumn on the inside, which I just love. So I figured today we could just tackle everything. I'm gonna get as much done as I can. I've planned out a few bits, otherwise it would literally take me hours and hours and hours to film this, and I think even my camera would give up on me at that point. But I want to change over all of the bouquets in the house, and of course I want to put my pumpkins out, I want to put my autumn decorations out, and get the house feeling even more cozy than it already does. I'm going to go room by room. This room in the morning is much darker than it is in the afternoon because the sun rises at the front of the house and then it sets kind of slightly over the back of the house. So I will probably start upstairs on that side of the house. So we'll start in the snug room and then we can move over to the other side of the house. We'll do the kitchen, which is also on that side, and then we'll come into here, then we'll do the guest bedroom, then we'll maybe put a few bits in the study, and of course we'll do our bedroom as well. So we have plenty of rooms to get done. I will probably put you on a bit of a time lapse for some of it because I need to just get everything styled, get the bouquets done. But once I've finished each room, I will talk you through what I've done, what I've put where, what I decided on, and hopefully kind of where everything is from as much as possible as well. Have I bought that much this year? No. Some of it will be from last year, but as always, if I can link stuff down below that I've used or I've mentioned, then of course I will do. Part of the reason I also want to start in the snug is because there have been some more changes. So obviously you would have seen, if you've watched my couple of previous videos, that we got a new sofa in the snug, which I am completely in love with. I am so glad that we got it. It is so comfy and just, it's fab. I love it. But I have made a couple of other changes as part of my snug room transformation. So I've got something new, and then I've also made a change to the walls. Is it done? No, there's a couple of other changes that I want to make just because I feel like the room doesn't 100% flow now that I've changed the colour of the walls. But we're getting there. We are on the home straight. So I'm going to finish this cup of tea, enjoy this, and then get ready for lots of autumn decorating. So here is the new-ish snug. So as you can see, I'll pop a picture on the screen of what the walls used to look like, just so you can see the shade difference in the colours that we have gone for before and now. It's a bit more earthy and it's a bit more sort of greigey, I would say. So I really, really like it with the sofa. It's going to keep changing colour because the sun's just come out, so it's going to be a bit all over the place. But yeah, it's kind of more greigey, it's more earthy. I just really, really like it. I love it with the sofa. We've also changed the rug on the floor. So before, I had like the super, super fluffy cream rug, which we had for literally years. We got it pretty much as soon as we first moved out, which was about 4 years ago. I have changed it for this absolutely stunning rug, which is from a company called Industville. They're known for their lighting, but they had this rug and I completely fell in love with it. I knew the kind of rug that I wanted and I'd looked in quite a few places and I just hadn't found what I'd envisioned in my head, because I knew that I wanted like a thick woven sort of jute texture rug, but in this really nice off-white colour. And you'll see like all of the different tones and things that are woven through it. There's little bits of brown in here. It is so, so, so nice. So I will link this one down below and you'll see that I actually got it in a slightly smaller size as well, which I think is fine. Like, I really like it. So yeah, this is a bit of an update on the room. Obviously the sofa you've seen, I've got the green cushions just to tie in the green of the walls. Now, there's a couple of things that are going through my mind with this room now. These definitely need to go. I'm not happy with the frames mostly. I just feel like this wood colour isn't really going with the rest of the feel of the room, particularly because I've got this very rustic sort of trunk over in the corner. So that's one thing I'm thinking I need to change. Whether I go for a nice darker wood texture or whether I go for a more goldy brassy texture, basically like the colour of these lanterns that I've got down here, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. The other thing I'm also a bit unsure about is the ladder now. I really don't know. I have loved this ladder from the moment I got it, and there's not really anywhere else in the house that I can put this. But again, I'm just not sure about the light wood. I think I much prefer the dark wood, and it just, I don't know, I don't want the room to feel confused, so I'm not sure. First things first, I am definitely thinking that I want to have this gorgeous like brown rustic vase in here, because I think again it matches the green of the walls so well, and I want to try and introduce some darker wood tones. So this is going to be fabulous. I do have a couple of ideas with regard to stems, but again I want to kind of bring in more of a rust sort of colour, because I think again the rust colour would contrast really nicely with the walls. This candle can go. This is honestly one of my favourite scents ever. It's the Ocean Mist scent from Sand and Fog, but we need to change it for a bit of pumpkin spice, so I'm going to put this one away and I'll find a candle to replace it with as well.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow.
Okay, snug room update. So ignore the fact that I've taken one of the prints off of the walls. I've made it really nice and autumnal over in this corner. So I've changed out the beige coloured throw for this nice dark one, which is from Dusk. I got it last year. And then I opted for some really simple but really pretty sort of burnt orange floral stems over for this vase here, which I really, really like. And then the green candle here just complements it so much. I got this year from TK Maxx. It's absolutely lovely. And then otherwise, I've just kept it pretty much the same. I've added this really nice glass candle, which is from the range, which I just think when it's lit in the evening, it will be so cozy. And apart from that, everything else has stayed the same. I'm really happy with it. I kind of feel like it has a bit of an autumnal feel anyway. So yeah, once I've got the frames sorted, I think the room will be looking so much better.
Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately, the other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bones, I'm remembering the words you told me.
I feel like the living room might be done. So first things first, if I just walk you through what I've put where. I've put one of my maple pumpkin candles in the window. I absolutely love this and it's really nice to light as well. I have a small one and a big one actually, but I can't remember what I've done with the big one. I put my cushion on this chair. This is actually part of the Matalan package that I got. And then this is from Hobbycraft last year. I'm not sure if they're doing it again this year, but it's a really sweet little pumpkin. I've got my little LED pumpkin, which you would have seen from my Hobbycraft haul that I've put onto the side table here. And then the console table I'm really, really happy with. So I've put some of my Hobbycraft stems in my Neptune vase. Just a couple. Will I fiddle with it? Will I change it? Probably, but I'm happy with it for now and I like the height that it gives as well. I've added one of my favourite candles ever from HomeSense, the almond pumpkin candle here, and then this is one of my favourite things. So this is the little potpourri that I got from the range a few weeks ago, and it's these teeny tiny little pumpkins. How adorable are they? They smell incredible. They basically smell like a Starbucks chai latte and I'm so here for that. So I've put them into my dough bowl. I've kept this the same because I really like the green of the lampshade. And then just down at the bottom, I've swapped one of my vases for this very cute pumpkin down in here. Is this gonna last with Jasper? I'm not sure because he has discovered it and we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. And then right next to it, I've got this gorgeous gigantic pumpkin basket from Matalan again. So everything actually came inside this pumpkin when it was delivered. It was the sweetest thing ever. I have still got some pumpkins inside because I just need to find some places for those. Again, is this going to be Jasper proof? I'm not sure. He has had a little bit of a nibble on the end, which is so annoying, but it is what it is. It's my fault for putting it down here. So we're going to have to do a bit of training for leaving things that are on the floor, especially when this corner has a gigantic Christmas tree in. So yes, we will have to do some puppy training for that one. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this section of the room is looking. If I then spin you around to the media unit, there's a few changes that I made in here just to kind of switch some of the colours around. So first of all, I have put some very cute little pumpkins up here, and then moving over to the other side, again, this is temporary. I wanted it on the sofa, but it's just not going to work with Jasper. And then I've added some bits along here as well. So I've changed my pastel pink candle for a nice deep red one. I've added my acorn from HomeSense, and then I've also swapped out the tulips in this vase for some very, very pretty little dainty kind of dried flowers. It's kind of got this nice dried flower look to it, which was a little stem from TK Maxx again. Then the sofas, which are not going to look like this for much longer. I've just sort of rearranged the cushions that I already had, except for this gorgeous one, which I got from Next this year, and it's so big and puffy, and I love the embroidery on it. It's really, really pretty. And then over on this side, with the feature of Jasper's pumpkin spice latte, We have some more cozy cushions over here. Then on the coffee table, I've kept it quite simple. I've added my leaf, which I got from Tesco actually a couple of years ago. I think it's like a tea bag tidy, but I just really like it as an ornament. And then my pumpkin that I got last week from B&M, which I love. And then a little Costa candle, which came in a little PR box for me. And I just think it's really sweet and it smells absolutely divine as well. So I've popped that on there. In case some of you haven't, because I actually forgot to do it as well, make sure you order your new Neptune brochures. This is still the spring directory because I have fallen way behind, but I've just ordered the autumn winter one and it's really, really pretty. So I'll link that down below because it's completely free. You literally just order it and it gets delivered to your house. So once that gets delivered, I will change this one for the autumn one, and I'm sure it will look just as pretty. Whilst I was doing the living room, I also thought I would just add a few nice autumnal bits to the hallway console table as well. So I've used my pumpkin bowl that I got from Hobbycraft. This had to be on display, like I just love it so much. And then I actually added the rest of the potpourri into this bowl, which I think is a really nice touch. And then I've changed the stems that were in this vase that were looking very summery and very like springy, and I've added just a single stem, which was actually from Primark last year. I'm not sure if they have it this year, but I'm sure they'll have something similar, of these really, really beautiful sort of rust eucalyptus stems. So really happy with that. It's difficult to show you because I can only step back this far, but that's pretty much everything I've done on here. So I've just added some nice sort of reds and browns into this section of the hallway. Okay, kitchen time. I'm always excited for this room because I love autumnal kitchen decorations. I don't know what it is, it just feels very like farmhouse country kitchen, but with some very cute autumn bits. So I have this very, very beautiful, I think it's a squash. I was going to say an aubergine and I have no idea where that came from. I have this gorgeous squash which I got from Next last year, and that goes over on the side over here, so I will do that shortly. I've also got from Next my brand new pumpkin ramekin, which I got this year. I can't wait to have some cozy soup in here. It's such a cute size, and I'm going to pop this onto the side as well. Then I've got a couple of wooden bits to go in here, so I think I'm going to stand this up on the shelf at the top. And then I've also got my little autumn leaves and pumpkin please sign. I don't want to trip over you, Jasper. I've got this little sign over here, which I think I'm also going to pop onto the shelf. This was from With Love Abigail, which is a lovely small business. So yeah, I've got these bits as well. And then the grand statement piece. I tried to keep this together from last year. It might need a little bit of arranging, but I've basically got a combination of Vitasporum stems from Neptune. I've got some eucalyptus, which I think is just from a random bouquet that I've had before. I've got these gorgeous, you can't have them. I've got these gorgeous like rust burnt orange colour stems, which is from the range. And then I've also got some of these gorgeous Neptune berries, which carry it over into winter quite nicely, but I just love the blue and the rust together. I think it looks really gorgeous. I'm going to keep it in the normal vase that I have on the kitchen table. Although it's not the most autumnal looking vase in the world, I really like the blue, and I think it just draws in the blue of the berries as well. So I'm going to get that into the vase on the table. And then also I have my autumnal table runner to put out. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on top of the tablecloth or if I'm going to take off the tablecloth and then just have the runner by itself, because it will obviously kind of expose a bit more wood of the table. So maybe I'll play around with that. I can literally see him tearing up a puppy pad in the side of the camera. He is a nightmare with those things. I don't know how that one's ended up on the floor, but we're going to have to rescue that before it's consumed. But yeah, let's do a little bit of decorating in the kitchen.
Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
really happy with how the kitchen's looking. I've not really done much different from last year, but to be honest, if there's not an issue with it, then why change it? So I took off the tablecloth and I've just left it with the table runner, which is my favourite table runner. It's from Sophie Allport and I absolutely love it. And it's the perfect length for even a long table. Like even if the table was a little bit longer, it would still work. So it's a really nice length table runner. And then I've just kept it nice and simple. So I've kept my taller green candlesticks. I've got some cute little pumpkins either side of the vase here, which I thought was just a sweet little touch. The bouquet looks fabulous. I'm really happy with it. I don't think the vase clashes with the runner because you've got the green of the bouquet kind of pulling it together. So I'm quite happy with that. Jasper has got his own little pumpkin blanket over his crate in here as well. He doesn't sleep in here overnight, which is why it's now a much smaller one. It's just a cute little place for him to go and hide or curl up in when he wants to just have a bit of quiet time. But yeah, this is from Matalan. It's such a good price. I think it's about £7 or something, and I thought it was a lovely little autumnal upgrade for him. And then over on the shelves here, I've got the stand-up pumpkin at the back here. I've got my little sign up on the top shelf, and then I've popped my squash there. I'm probably going to change it around so many different times, but for now I'm really happy with it. So for the study, I'm just going to add a few cute little bits in this corner just to change some of the colours and bring in some nice autumnal themed tones. So I've got my stems that I made up from Hobbycraft, I think a year or two ago. It consists of these two different stems, basically just plonked together, and I've bent them around so they're nice and short and they can just sit in my little brown vase here and look fabulously autumnal. I just absolutely love doing that. Then I want to change this cushion and I have a good idea as to what I'm going to use. This one. I love it. I love that. I wasn't sure if the orangey colour was going to go in here, but I actually think it works because you've got the slightly more rust coloured bits in here. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Okay, that cushion can go there. And then the last thing that it needs is a pumpkin. Obviously, how can you have an armchair without having a pumpkin on it? Honestly, it's essential. So the chair is done. I'm really happy with that. I've just had such a plan in mind for this and I'm glad that it's worked out. The final thing I need is a cute little candle, which I think I'm going to pull in this sort of colour with. This is what I was after. It is actually well used. It's about halfway down. But this, oh my gosh, I can't cope with that smell. It smells divine. It's sweet maple stirred with harvest pumpkin spice with cinnamon and nutmeg. Honestly, heaven. So this candle can sit here, and I think that's just about this corner done. I really like this. I'm loving the colours. I've also got these really cute ceramic pumpkins, which I'm just going to sneak into the gaps on my bookshelf just to add a few little cute bits. And then I've also swapped the pink candle that I had for this candle from the range, which says pumpkin season. I'm a big fan of that one. And I think that's the study probably done, to be honest. I've got my pumpkin spice cafe book front and centre because it is just the most aesthetic book ever for autumn, and I'm absolutely loving how this is looking.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.
The guest bedroom is done. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I've introduced some more green tones, as you'll be able to see, and I think it really works. I don't know why I didn't put these Neptune fabric cushions in here sooner, because I am so happy with them. So A few little changes. So I have added the bouquet from last year to the bedside table. Well, I say bouquet, it's basically 2 stems of leaves which I got from the range. Absolutely love them. I've got my Kindred Fires Hello Autumn candle, which I am just completely in love with, and I can't wait to light this year. I've changed the light green cushions on the bed to some darker ones, which I really think works, and I think it looks really nice with the wallpaper as well. A couple of little bits on here. As you can see, this pumpkin has been jasperized, so that's going to have to be glued back on, but otherwise looks okay. And then just some really simple changes over in this corner. So I've popped a little pumpkin basket down here. I've added a very, very simple but I think effective stem into my floral vase, which is from Sainsbury's. And it's this gorgeous like deep red rust colour, but I think it really works in here. I'm really enjoying adding some slightly darker tones into this room. I do actually think it works. Okay, we're on to the final room. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling exhausted after doing all of this, but we've almost made it to the end. So, the master bedroom, the bed sheets are looking very crinkled, but we're just going to excuse that because it's bedding wash day today and I've had to put a new one on and it's actually been stored away for a little while. So yeah, it's looking a little bit crinkled, but the bed at the moment is very neutral, kind of plain. So I'm going to add some cozy sort of olive green bits to the bed. I have my favourite autumn cushion in the entire world, which I got last year from HomeSense, which is going to go front and centre. I absolutely adore this cushion and it's got a nice green back. And then to match, I'm going to add my throw on top of the existing throw because I think layers look really, really nice and cosy, especially in the kind of autumn winter months. And they're different textures as well. So I'm going to add this fern one, and then I need to do a little bouquet on the bedside table here, another one over on the chest of drawers to my left hand side, and then I think we'll be done. Let's see how it looks. I've kept this chest of drawers quite simple. I may find something else to put here, and I also might change up the book or the candle or something that I've got going on here, but it's still a little bit of a work in progress. So I've moved my vase, which was downstairs before, up here, and I've added another one of the really nice Primark stems, which I showed you downstairs in the hallway. I've got the cutest little olive green pumpkin, which just has to go in this room because it matches everything that I've got on the bed. And yeah, I've kept everything else. I feel like that's not straight. Is that straight? I've kept everything else nice and simple. If I spin you around, excuse the book that I've got on the side, but I've added some of my favourite ever Neptune stems on into this vase, which is a really nice combination of like greens and browns, and it just is the perfect autumnal feel to go there. And then on the bed, I love this. You've got the cushion, the throw. I really, really like how this has all come together, and I love that it kind of blends in well with the pictures on the walls as well. I feel like it's all, yeah, it's all tied together really nicely in here. I also came across my big glass pumpkin, which I forgot to put somewhere, so I think I might pop this into the Snug because it matches the glass candle that I've got. So I think I'll put this onto the window and then put like an LED candle inside it, which will be really, really cozy for when we're sitting in the Snug in the evening. And with that, I think we might be done. Oh my gosh, I am feeling exhausted. I have plenty of other bits to do around the house today, but I'm just feeling so refreshed and I'm feeling very autumnal now that all of the autumn decorations are out. I just love it. I'm probably going to put a few other bits in the bathrooms. I've got a little pumpkin towel to put in the guest bathroom downstairs, which I think I forgot to show you, but I will get round to that very shortly. I need to go and make myself another cup of tea. Oh my goodness.